There's lots of different ways of teaching portraiture. This is one method that I've used that's been really successful for me and my students. I call it the cup method because if you can draw a cup, you can draw a face. So sometimes we like to start with our finger first so that we're teaching our hand what size we want to draw the line. And so I'm going to draw an upward facing cup. Now if you can draw a cup facing up, draw one facing in each direction to be the ears. I'm going to use the ears as my guideline to put all my features in. So that's where I'm going to align my eyes. And my eyes are just going to be, for this example, just 2 spots. Now a nose is just another cup. I can draw a cup going to the side or the other side. I can draw the cup upwards. I can draw the cup downwards. I can make the cup longer on one end than the other. I think in this one I'm just going to draw my cup sideways, and there's my nose. My mouth is going to be the same distance as my eyes. It's going to give me a well-proportioned mouth, and it's going to dip in the center because I want to show that I'm happy. Now I've got some smile lines there as well. And then a neck is going to be, as you can see, I'm using my eye line to kind of give me a positioning for my neck, and it's just a cup as well, facing up this way. Let me just darken over some of those lines so you can see them a bit better. Lovely. Now the shoulders is going to be an upside down cup, and it's going to be intercepted or interrupted by this cup here. So let's have a go. And that's giving me some shoulders. Next what I want to look at is the hair. Now the hair is the thing that's going to make me look most like me. It's my most recognizable feature, the shape of our hair. So my hair is parted on the side, and it comes down in waves to my shoulders. Here's my outside line. And an inside one, I'm going to bring it around my ear this time, and follow that, and I'm going to stop around my shoulders. Now, this line here is going to be hidden by my hair. It's going to be in front. So I'm going to remove this now. I don't need it anymore. It helped me with all the proportioning I needed before, but I no longer need it. So I can remove that now. And I'll draw in a second shape, because hair is actually pieces. It's not necessarily done as strands. If I do it as sections, I get a better result. You can see I'm having to rub out the line from where it crossed it over with the shoulder line. That's giving me some lovely pieces to work with, and I can divide this into further pieces as well, just to add more texture. I can go over the lines I've already got. I can add swirls on the end, swirls on the forward, and this is giving me a nice starting line. Some eyebrows. Now girls' eyebrows curve more than what boys do. Boys' eyebrows as a general rule are more likely to be straighter. And because I wear glasses, that's an important part of my drawing, of my identifying myself. There we go. I could add some little eyelash lines if I wanted to. I can use a line underneath to show that I'm joyous. I can add my clothes. I'm always wearing an apron. That's certainly part of my identity. I can add my arms in like this. And there's a very simplistic, using the cup method idea of portraiture. If I shade the area back here, behind my shoulders where my hair is, that will push my hair out. I can add some lines in there. I could even add an earring if I wanted to. The other thing too is that if I add a shadow under here, just a triangle that just goes from one point across like that, and then I just shade that in, that will help to get my chin off my neck. Now I can add to this further by popping a bottom lip in like this if I wanted to, 2 circles, and then I bend around them. That gives me a good mouth. And I could even bring a shadow off that nose if I wanted to, just to make it look like it's coming off my face. I'm just going to darken those glasses up and thicken out those eyebrows a little bit. Darken some of these hairlines up. And And now I've got something, oh, I'm just going over my second lines again. It just creates a bit more texture. And now I have something that I can then go and add some color and rendering to. So if that's the starting point, which gives us like a cartoon version of ourselves, the next thing I do with children is we just experiment with different cup shapes. So in this one, I'm going to make my cup a long cup. Some ears. And in this one, I'm going to make my cup more like an upside down house. In this one down here, I think I'll experiment with a really wide cup. And in this one here, I think I'll experiment with a cup that's more like a love heart kind of shape, like this. All right, so I add in an upside down cup for a neck. And I can play with shoulders. So I can try bringing my shoulders across straight, or I can try dipping my shoulders down. I can try just carrying around like a circle, or I could try bending them. All right, let's try some different eyes now. So here we go. Some eyes and some eyebrows. In this one, I think I'll put my eyes this way. Maybe some eyelashes on them. In this one, I'll try eyes that look to the side. In this one, I could try some boxy eyes that are looking all suspicious to the side like that. All right, let's try some different noses. So last time I think I put my nose this way. So this is a long face. I'm going to try a long cup, just one-sided. More like a hook, isn't it? And then in this one, I'm going to try popping my nose this way. In this one, I can try a longer cup. And in this one, I might just try a little cup at the bottom like that. All right, mouths. So what happens if I only put a little small mouth in? Or maybe I can put a really exaggerated mouth in. In this one, maybe I can put the mouth looking to the side. And in this one, maybe it's just a little button mouth like this. All right, let's try some, oh, how about some eyebrows in these as well? All right, the all-important hair. So here we go. Let's try, what happens if your hair is short like this? If you bring it down to where the ears are, that will make it look a bit more realistic. What do you think? All right. In this one, let's try some hair that is really spiked. Just a few little ones here like this. And in this one down here, let me try maybe a ponytail. Actually, I'll put a ponytail in this one because that lovely shape that we've got at the top of that heart, if I add the ears in, makes a really great place to start a ponytail. And there's the part that's holding it, and then all the hair is going to kind of fall out like that, isn't it? And you'll probably see it coming out the bottom too like that. And then all the hair will come up that way. Terrific. And in towards where the ears are. Might even put some earrings on. Lovely. In this one, let me try maybe some long hair. So hair parted in the center. There's the hair part there. It comes around and sits down. Oh, there we go. I could even add a fringe into there if I wanted to. Some lines. That front line to create that front shape. And then when I shadow in, that pushes it back even further. So you can see how they're starting to come together. And then of course, once we start to add shadowing, they improve again. Start to add more clothing features. Looks like her shoulders are all hunched up, doesn't she? So the next step, now that we've experimented with all different ideas, because it kind of loosens it up, is to think about our own features. What shapes have we got? So again, I'm going to start with my cup. Try with my finger first so that I get the right size for it. All right, here's my cup. Now, it's quite high up my page, but we'll work with that. Here's my ears and my ears. Now, my cup face is I have this chin that I inherited off my grandmother, which is very typical of my face. So the first thing you want to do is to have a look at what kind of shape face do you have? Do you have a long face? Do you have a square face? Do you have something that's more triangular? Do you have a pokey out chin like I do there? All right, my eyes this time are going to be love hearts. One on this side and one on this side. And that little reflection shows that I have a life force if I leave just a little area just showing on it. I'm going to pop in my nose, and this time I'm just going to put the shadowing underneath. I'm actually going to use the love heart again, and it's going to be the shadow of my nose. We know that my mouth is going to reach from here to here, and it's going to dip down in the middle so that I'm smiling. I want to show that I'm happy. My hair is going to come around my face into this shape. Remember, it grows in shapes. I won't need that ear, so it can go. That gives me a much better version of myself. And then I'm going to pop this side in. I'm going to come around my ear for this one. Build it as a piece, and now the second piece can come around that. My neck will go from my eye to eye, drop down. My shoulders. I'm going to come all the way down like this. And I wear an apron, so I'm going to draw my apron over the top. It's part of my recognizable self. Everyone knows me in my art apron. I can pull in some sleeves to make those into arms. And I think I might use the apron actually as my waist as well. Bring my hair up a little bit more and darken in around there now that I'm happy with that. Great. My eyebrows, and now I'm going to add my glasses in. That will help to set my face. And I'm going to add a shadow for the bottom and 2 circles on the top, and I'm going to go up and over those to give me a top lip. And because the top lip doesn't get as much light as the bottom lip, I'm going to shade it in and leave the other one. I can make the suggestion of a nose if I want by bringing a line down here, but that shadowing there really does it anyway. The corners of my mouth show that I'm smiling. Here's that neckline, bring that shirt down, drop the shadow. I feel like my head's too far down my neck. I feel like maybe my neck needed to be a bit further down here. I might just drop it all down and see if that kind of works a bit better. Well, get rid of that line there. So I'm adapting and adjusting as I go based on what I can see is and isn't working for the shapes that I'm getting. I don't have to have gotten it perfectly right the first time. It's okay to go and play, but those light lines are really important so that I can rub them out. Also being allowed to practice this, like not just having my first draw of it and thinking that that's it. You know, I only got one shot. Darken this hair up. It's going to help to set it back further. Now that I'm happy with the shapes. And then once I set that back there, I think I've brought my hair. What am I doing? Oh, my ears here, isn't it? That's right. Put it in the center. Just shade that back a little bit. And you can see that that's all starting to come together. I can cross this line off here if I choose. I can even bring a line across the top of my love hearts. See how that kind of sets my eyes in? I can add in some eyelashes off that line if I wanted to feminize the piece a little bit more. And that's not too bad, is it, for, you know, a quick, this is how I work with it. Just thicken up those eyebrows. There's lots of adjustments and adaptations that I can make, but at least that's a start. It's starting to look a bit like me. I hope that helps.